Are you ready for car news and coffee, Matt?
I sure am.
All right, let's do this. Welcome to the Engine Noise Podcast, Car News and Coffee, brought to you by 1AAuto.com. Quality auto parts and thousands of how-to videos that walk you through your installs. So this week is week 3 of the Car News and Coffee, and we have some news for you.
Our episodes drop on the 1st and 15th of every month, so these are just like some quick little sound bites to hold you over in between episodes.
You ready for headline 1, Matt?
Yep.
Ford recalls 2 million F-150 pickups to fix potential fire hazard. A fire hazard, Matt.
I know.
You do not want your brand new truck to burn down.
That's bad news.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. The affected vehicles are model year 2015 through 2018 F-150 regular cab and super crew cab trucks. When the seatbelt pretensioner in those trucks is deployed during a crash, it could generate sparks and ignite material in the B-pillar, including carpeting and insulation. Some fires have been localized and go out by themselves, while others have spread. Dealers were notified of the recall on Wednesday, and owners will be notified beginning September 24th.
That's bad news.
It's pretty scary because I've never messed around with one of these, but I really want to have one of these seatbelts. Like, not just from a Ford, but any of these ones that, like, explode.
Yeah, just to see how they work, exactly.
Just to see
and
how they work.
Yeah.
I'm dying to take one apart and, like, light it off in my backyard and see it, like, suck the seatbelt in. Because that's pretty much what it does. It, like,
it's pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a real explosive charge, and it pulls the seatbelt tight so that you're stuck in the seat when you smash into something. Unfortunately, it lights the truck on fire. So,
yeah,
I mean, you gotta
apparently potentially 2 million different vehicles.
Yeah, exactly.
If these explode and suck you back in the seat,
yep.
Does it like trap you in there while it's on fire for these, potential?
No. It pretty much sucks you back into the seat the second that you crash, and then you would probably just undo your seatbelt and get out of the burning truck. If you have one of these trucks, take it to a dealer as soon as you get the recall in the mail and get the thing sorted out, because burning trucks are not great.
No.
And just remember, owners will be notified beginning September 24th. All right, headline number 2. The 2019 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 Bison looks ready for adventure. It's a beast. Definitely hop on your Google and search for the Chevy Colorado Bison edition. It doesn't look like a bison, but it's pretty bad.
To the bone.
To the bone.
I couldn't help it.
Earlier this year, it was reported that the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 development truck put together by Chevy and American Expedition Vehicles for the 2017 SEMA show was headed for production. Now, Chevy has confirmed that report by announcing the 2019 Colorado ZR2 Bison. The new performance variant of the midsize pickup truck builds on the already capable ZR2's equipment list, with more off-road gear, including an optional snorkel intake.
That sounds fun.
Especially if you're underwater.
So the truck can basically breathe underwater. Like you could take it in the ocean.
Up to the top of the snorkel, sure. It would rot out immediately.
Well,
but maybe...
I think the ocean only goes that deep anyways.
Yeah, it's like it's like 4 or 5 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's go on. The Colorado ZR2 offers even greater off-road capability with class-exclusive front and rear locking differentials and Multimatic DSSV dampers. The ZR2 Bison receives the full equipment list of the Colorado ZR2, including off-road rocker protection, cast-iron control arms, an auto-track transfer case, and 2-inch suspension lift over the Colorado Z71. You'll also notice the unique AEV-designed stamped steel front and rear bumpers, which should provide better protection from rocks. Pricing hasn't been announced, but we imagine the Bison will be way over the $43,000 starting price. The 2019 Colorado ZR2 Bison goes on sale in January. All right, Matt, can we talk about this for a minute?
Let's talk about the Bison. What are these fancy terms, Jeremy?
It's basically all the things that you would do to your Colorado if you wanted to take it like overlanding or mall crawling.
Mall crawling?
Yeah. If you want to build like a big, bad, awesome ride that looks like it can go in the woods and like drive through a river. But really, you just go to the mall with it.
So it's all for show.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. But I mean, it sounds like this thing is pretty capable. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing that it's missing, though, I looked through this whole list. Guess what it's missing?
I couldn't tell you.
A manual transmission. They're all automatics.
Yeah.
You can go to Colorado with a turbo diesel engine now, which is awesome, but you can't get it with a manual transmission.
It's weird.
The only manual transmission that you can get in a Colorado right now is in a 2-wheel drive base model.
That's weird.
The things that end up in junkyards very shortly after they're new because they're beaten to death by like utility companies and things like that go around and check electrical meters and all that jazz. So I want a manual transmission. If I'm going to be spending more than $43,000 on a new Bison, I want a turbo diesel engine and I want a 6-speed manual in it.
But it's got cast iron control arms.
I know. That doesn't make up for the lack of manual transmission. I need to be shifting gears, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's an awesome truck. I'd love to have one. If Chevy wants to send us one to try out, we'll take it through some mud.
Yeah.
If not, then I'm just going to have to wait for somebody to buy one, crash it, roll it into a river, and then sell it to me cheap so I can swap it to a manual transmission.
Yeah. More than likely it could happen like really soon.
It's totally going to happen. The thing is, the ZR2's price is $43,000.
Yeah.
So how much is this Bison going to be?
It's going to be ridiculous.
It's going to be like 50 plus grand, I bet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for a mid-sized pickup truck.
Sure is.
Whew. Well, good luck.
Know why it's called the Bison?
No.
Because it's a beast.
Wow.
Have you seen a picture of this thing?
I have, actually. I like the snorkel on the front.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. You know what would happen, though? I bet you the punk kids at the mall would be throwing their cigarette butts down that snorkel.
Oh, yeah, and anything else.
Yeah, that'd be full of rocks, gum. Like, you don't even know the kind of stuff that, like, kids would throw in there. Mm-hmm. Be chock full of bubble gum. Matt, you're falling asleep. Get some coffee. This is car news and what? Coffee. Wake it up.
You have a pillow?
I do not.
Story number 3. T-Pain, the rapper, is moving from auto-tune to autocross.
I'ma buy you a drink.
Is that one of his songs? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's a pretty big song. Whenever you hear auto-tune, it's probably
He
T-Pain.
pretty much started auto-tune, right?
He's like the auto-tune guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know who T-Pain is.
Yeah.
The rapper was kind of a big deal a decade ago, topping the Billboard charts in 2007 and winning a couple of Grammys along the way. Evidently, with plenty of free time and even more fat stacks of cash, he seems to have taken to the fashionable style of motorsport showmanship like a rapper with a record deal takes to high-end champagne. Am I just really reading this poorly?
That sentence is pretty rough.
Now, as anyone who's ever broken traction on purpose could tell you, drifting isn't something you just pick up on your own with no experience. And T-Pain fortunately had an expert tutor on hand, Chelsea DeNofa, an experienced Formula Drift competitor and chief instructor at the School of Drift. From the 10-minute video the instructor put out, it looks like it was a lot of fun for both of them.
All right, so first, I watched an NPR video on T-Pain recently. NPR Tiny Desk Concert. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, I have, actually.
He is a really good singer.
Oh.
I don't know why the heck he uses autotune.
Why does he automatically tune his voice?
It's crazy. I feel like he's wasting his talent with autotune. He's really good. So if you haven't watched the NPR Tiny Desk Concert of T-Pain, get out there on the internet and do that.
Check it out. Ooh.
The other thing is, I watched this video of him drifting around, and it looks like so much fun. I am ready to take that class. I don't know what it costs or how you even get a professional drifter to teach you how to drift. I'm sure that there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah, that would be super cool, though.
It looks like a heck of a lot of fun. And he was pretty rough at the beginning.
Yeah.
They were talking about how he wasn't real familiar with shifting gears either. So, like, he was learning how to drive a manual and drift around a course at the same time. So, it looked like it was definitely a challenge for him. But, I mean, he definitely got better at it, as the video shows, at least. Good for him.
Very cool.
I'm glad to see somebody very famous getting into drifting or really any automotive sport because it'll get more attention on it and, you know, maybe it'll get younger generations more involved with cars.
Very true.
So I'm into it. And that about wraps up the Engine Noise Podcast, Car News and Coffee. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com. Quality auto parts and thousands of how-to videos that walk you through your installs. Be sure to tune in to the Engine Noise Podcast on the 1st and 15th of every month. Until then, have a little car news with your coffee.
And some cookies. Or a sandwich.
Or grilled cheese?
Yeah, you could do grilled cheese too.
With bacon?
Yeah, bacon.
Ooh, yeah.